I had no idea either.
A box is
She's
over there.
13 when she got the gift, yeah.
Was she in her blanket?
Was she in her blanket? Right? And she's been through addiction and lost her gift for a little while.
So we dead people though?
This is bougie.
No.
Which one is this?
Oh, that one's
NP?
inner piece.
I was playing around. You really got NP?
Welcome to TF3 Airport. Is what? 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 They say what we famous for. That's why I'm taking y'all on this verbal tour. First stop, Providence Place Mall, 3 floors of stores to shop for you and yours. Don't have a ride, you can take the Ripper. Anywhere you need to go, the bus will get you. Cranston, Warwick, even Newport, Kennedy Plaza, where you can find the ice court. Y'all know Brown University, famous. JWPC, URI, famous. Students from everywhere come here to go there. The capital's Providence. Dante is in your ear. Home of the Blue Bug, Iggy's and Thayer Street. Full of stores to shop or places you can eat. Near there is downtown P-Pack. Enjoy a show. The Dunk Water Fires. Other things you need to know. Can't forget Fat Hill for real.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do I have a treat for y'all today? Sometimes me and King, even when he's not around, we just wander and bump into some people. And while we bump into these people, but how you doing? How you doing? We're doing well. Nah, you gotta have fun, but nah, I'm serious. Welcome to the other side of things. I'm your host, Dante Martin. Today, I got to meet another one of King's friends, family, brother, and sister. And we had a great conversation, and I thought it was important that they came on camera and they talked about what they do and what they do for a living, because I bet and guarantee that 95% of y'all that's watching this and beyond, pun intended, is gonna use something that they're gonna speak of. So, without further ado, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, and you're gonna get to know them like I got to know them. And please pay attention, because you're about to witness something amazing, something great. This is gonna be awesome, I promise you. So without further ado, welcome to the other side of things. How y'all doing today?
All right.
Good. How are you?
Let the people know who y'all are.
Karen with Pretty Little Things.
Johnell Mack with Pretty Little Things.
What is Pretty Little Things?
So we make all natural candles out of coconut oil and apricot oil that burn clean. They're safe for pretty much everybody, pets, babies, elderly, breathing problems, emphysema, asthma. They just burn clean. There's no toxins, no phthalates, no chemicals.
So I know a question that people are gonna ask. What's the difference between your candle and the everyday candle they would use, like Yankee candles or the other candles that we familiar
So
with?
a lot of other candles, Yankee Candle in specific uses paraffin wax in their candles, or majority of paraffin. And paraffin wax has petroleum in it, and petroleum is the same as literally lighting gasoline on car, let you put in your car on fire. And you're burning that and you're breathing that without knowing that. All those chemicals are in your air as the scents evaporate into the air and vaporize. You're breathing that in, your pets are breathing that in, it's getting on your walls. That's where you get a lot of black soot. And also that wax is harder to burn. This is a clean wax, it burns clean, even cleaner than soy. So there's a lot of makers that make soy candles or soy coconut candles. And they do that for different reasons. Soy candles, they burn clean, but not as clean as this, and this is more eco-friendly and sustainable. What's left residual after they express the oils from the fruits is used on farms to fertilize and feed animals.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a very good product, and it burns even longer than soy product. You get about 5 to 10 more hours per candle on a regular average 8 size
Whoa,
candle.
pause. Don't skate over that one. Michael Jackson, moonwalk that one back real quick. You just said the candle you holding in your hand could burn how many hours longer?
This candle will burn about 10 hours more than an average 8-ounce candle. So candle will burn for about 45 to 50 hours.
Is there a way you can explain that in more detail? Why is that?
So there's certain ways to burn candles. There's certain ways to burn candles. A lot of people like to light them and walk away, especially a cotton wick like in this candle. If you burn them for a long period of time, we suggest between 3 to 4 hours per session of burning it. And a lot of people like to burn it longer because they get more the scent in their room longer. With our wax, because of the scientific and molecular structure of it, it holds the scent different than soy or even pure coconut wax. And that scent will linger even after you put out the candle. You'll still get an additional 2 or 3 hours out of that scent. And the reason...
That's amazing.
So what happens is when you burn a candle for longer than 3 to 4 hours, the cotton wicks in particular will build up carbon dioxide, which is also going into your air, but it will also start to kind of ruin the wick in sort of a way, where it will start to kind of fold over and you'll start to get ash in your wax, which will make your wax dirty, which now you're burning dirty wax. It can change the scent and it changes how clean it burns. As debris falls into the candle, you'll get a lot more soot and smoke from your candles.
So what made you decide to want to create such a candle?
A lot of reasons. I love scents and fragrance. I love how they're tied to your emotions and your environment and how you just feel in your home. That's your safe space, that's your cozy space. That's when you're in a bad mood, you can light a candle, it'll make you feel better. If you get up in the morning and you're having a good day, you want to light a candle, it's uplifting. They have different types of scents. So I just like the different emotions and moods that can be brought out by something so simple, especially memories. Like certain fragrances can trigger certain memories or times in your life where you were around certain things, and people don't realize all the time how deep those memories are. You may have forgotten about something, but a smell can bring you right back to that and be like, wow, I remember when I did this or we were here. And so it's kind of like if you were a little kid and your mom or your grandmother was always baking cookies and you just remember that smell. So
you got a cookie candle?
It is not.
We have a s'mores candle. We do have a s'mores.
You have a s'mores candle?
We do.
Yes.
How many campers buy that one?
A lot, actually.
Yes.
A lot of people buy that one.
That was a big scent for the fall.
Yeah, I do that for the fall
going
and the
into
summer.
winter.
A s'mores candle.
Yes.
Nice. So one day you just decided to say, you know what? Because I like scents, because I like smells, I like my room to smell a certain way, I'm going to just create a candle that I think everyone else is going to enjoy. So did you ever think that was going to ever happen?
No, not at all.
Let me chime in. So about 16 years ago, she took some roses that I gave her on our first date, dried them out, and made a candle.
Yeah.
Right. So
Took roses, dried them out, and made a candle.
Well, it was a clear candle. It's a
Yes.
clear candle jar with clear wax, gel wax, and it had the roses embedded in the wax.
Listen, I probably would never hear this story again, so I want to live this.
No, move the mic to the straight.
Oh.
Your chin keeps. There you go.
So she took them, dried them out, and gave them to me 12 months later. Said, I got something for you. And I'm looking, like, wow. She's like, it's a candle. I made this for you. touched my heart. I've never had anybody make me a candle before. So amazing. So amazing. Then, time is of the essence, and we're buying candles and we're doing this, and we're looking into higher end candle companies. And, you know, for the smell, and this is when Oprah Winfrey and Sean P. Diddy Combs was very much involved with the New York Candle Company. And they're advertising. And we're looking, we see the prices. These prices are, you know, $70, $50 for, you know.
They're just expensive.
Expensive candles.
Okay.
But what makes someone's health more valuable? Because you have more money? Because we're all breathing the same products.
Right.
But these higher end candles give you a better, more essence of a clean
It's a higher quality oil and fragrance, essential oils. They're just a higher quality, a higher grade of those oils versus a candle you would say find in Home Goods or Walmart or Target. It's just a higher quality oils and a higher quality wax. And when you combine those two things and you find the right combination that can take all of that, it gives you a better quality product.
Y'all went to school for this?
No.
No.
Then how you even think or come up with the concept? So what I'm gonna do? Go on the stove and be mixing up with mashed potatoes?
No, I mean, I've done it for years as a hobby, and as I got older and wanted to do more things and just find a way to give back, I just started researching it and studying it and learning the science that goes into it. There's actually so much science that goes into the candles that people don't realize. Most people pick up a candle, say, "Oh, I like that smell," and you light it. But to know like everything from the thickness of your jar to the diameter of your jar to the type of oils that you're using and the type of wax dictate which wick you'll use or how many wicks you'll use. So it's not the wax or the fragrance oil that necessarily give you the fragrance or the scent. It's the vaporization of the oils as they travel through the wick. Once the wax is melted, that flame acts as an igniter almost, and as it melts the wax, the liquid wax is drawn up through the wick, and as it hits the flame, it vaporizes, and
So
that's what
wick
you're
is
smelling.
very important to
Yes.
a candle.
Yeah.
Correct.
So knowing that I enjoyed it, we just started doing it, and then people wanted to buy them. So we looked into starting the business, and through that we decided to, we give back at the end of the year. Then every year we give back a portion of what we make and our profit to a charity that we stand behind called The Sense of Home. And they help
Beyond
support.
Eon Productions, LLC. No. 2025.
They support kids that age out of foster care that would
Nice,
normally
yes.
be homeless, and they help them get an apartment or furnish an apartment or a dorm room so that they have a stable place to go to either start building a career or go to pursue their education, which they get. Typically, if they're in foster care, they get a free education, and 99% of them will never use it because they don't have the stability. They're sleeping on people's couches, they're homeless. So they take these youth and they have this program throughout the communities. It's nationwide. I think they have over 250 chapters, and they help these youth, and as part of the process, those kids have to in turn, once they're stable, come back and help somebody else. So it's just a good support network that for a niche of people that get forgotten about. Like young kids in foster care have so many programs that support the foster care system, but when you turn 18, you have nobody.
Right.
So we give back to that, and that's kind of what drives what we do.
So think about what they just said. By people supporting what it is that they do, and their support to other organizations that you don't even know that you're indirectly supporting because you're supporting their
Correct.
organization. So that's why it's important to be supportive, like what we do, and that's why we have partnership with y'all, because we believe in what y'all doing, we believe in your vision, and they from Connecticut, so we bringing them to Rhode Island so that we could introduce them to the Rhode Island audience, the Mass audience, and the New York audience, excuse me, because we got different channels that we are operated on. So that's the whole reason why I wanted to sit down, the importance of, because somebody didn't want to be in front of the camera. But I was like, it's important. And you're doing a wonderful job, doing wonderful.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So it's just the fact that it was important because, again, I didn't even know that. We didn't even discuss that part. And to know that when you are supporting what we're doing, we're actually supporting someone else.
Absolutely.
Correct.
And it's a great support. I used to work with children and stuff, as I told y'all before. Yes. So I know how important it is. And then you said them children that you help come back and help others.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
part of their program.
That's part of their
it's part
program
of their
itself.
structure, which is awesome because nothing's being just handed out for free.
Right.
And a lot of people come back and help in different ways, whether it be to work within their chapter to do different things they need. Some of them come back and have a skill, so they may build furniture or repair furniture for the people that need it. So it's a well-rounded program, and you can learn skills, share your skills, and you don't have to have money to promote it or
Right.
be part of it. So it's just an awesome program.
So we know the purpose of the candles. What type of scents, because this episode is called Scented, what kind of scents have you created? And what is people's favorite scent?
It's such a wide range.
Yes.
I mean, I currently have about 47 custom scents. And they're all scents from gourmand food type scents, like the toasted s'mores or cherry vanilla, which is more sophisticated
I
level.
smoked a lot of them. I'm just like, if she don't remember to say them, I'll say them for her.
Yeah. We have some that are reminiscent of like the rainforest, like the bamboo, or we have some with wine-infused scents in them, and floral, and earthy, and ocean, the aqua, and the earthy ones, the wood scents like teak wood or sandalwood, cedarwood, palo santo. So it's just a huge variety.
I know.
Citrus.
We going later. You want to see candles burning? Which ones we was lighting up and everything? Light them up! We're about to get lit. But cause one of my favorite was the bougie.
The boho bougie.
Boho bougie,
Yeah,
and that one
bougie.
is an awesome one. That one's a kind of a replica of mahogany teak wood. So it has teak wood in it. It has some leather scents in it. So it's,
You know, see, every time she talk, I'm just like, I told you, I like people that make me feel stupid. I'm just like, I couldn't repeat that. Mahogany what?
Mahogany teak wood.
Okay, see, okay. I just would have said mahogany wood or something. So, cause we had the bougie, the water lily.
we have water lily,
Yeah.
boho bougie, crimson smoke, cherry vanilla, bamboo forest, citrus green tea, cashmere kiss, inner peace, which is like frankincense and myrrh, jasmine.
And Keem's gonna make sure that people could get directly to you, but you could say right now, like, how do people reach you?
We're on Instagram, Facebook, and we also have pltllc.org for a website.
Say it slow so they could get it.
pltllc.org.
Did you get that? Yeah, I got that. So, what else is it that you would want the people to know about your candles that you did not discuss? Yes.
Pretty much, she's covered a lot of it. A lot of our cores are very vegan, so we're not catering to the vegan crowd, but it's just a vegan candle.
It is all vegan friendly. So
Correct. Pet friendly, child, baby, infant safe,
You
skin
can put it on
safe.
your skin, like
Yes.
you don't break
Yes,
out, none of that.
that's one of the best things about our wax is because it's made from oil and not actual wax. It's skin safe. It's including the fragrances that are in it. All of our oils are skin safe. And
Earlier.
it's a softer wax. So
Yes.
as a grandparent, I have young grandkids, and my grandson loves to.
You're a grandma?
I am a grandma.
Correct.
You don't look like no grandma.
But my grandson likes to put his fingers in the wax, whether it's burning or
just-
not, and it's the sensory thing. But
So if he licks it, it won't hurt him.
It won't
Oh,
hurt
see.
it will not hurt him. It's non-toxic. It's safe for his skin. So you don't have to worry about pets if it spills. Our wax is oil based versus the wax. So if soy wax or paraffin wax or any of those other blends were to, you spilled a candle on your couch or clothes or whatever, you're never gonna get that out of your clothes. If you spill this, if you heat it up and you wipe it off and you spray some shout or something on your clothes or your couch, it
comes
goes
right out.
I might want to keep it on my clothes because I'm like, yeah, pour it on.
Pour it on me.
What was that movie with the kid? No, we don't need to go there. Don't use the candle for that reason.
Yeah, right. No.
Well, we had one.
We actually
I had
have a
one.
body balm candle.
Yes.
with-
Really?
Yes. So
Why you ain't talking about that?
we do have a body balm candle that is also obviously skin safe. It warms up a little bit faster. It has a lot less wax in it and way more oil and natural butters, which are good for your skin. You could literally use it as body oil.
But you don't only just sell candles.
No.
You also have.
We have
Soap,
soaps. We have
Lotion.
lotion
Reed
sticks,
diffusers, room sprays.
car air fresheners.
Lip scrub.
Lip scrubs.
Lip balm.
Body scrubs.
Body scrubs, whipped soaps.
Whip soaps. So we have an array of different formulated scents by her, by Karen, that is amazing because it's not the synthetic smell, which is what we pride ourselves in, is clean, all natural scents. We are very particular when
You're
we
kind of
choose.
laid back. Where's that energy, Dad? No. He's off us. So,
Trying to sound professional.
Albert Einstein, so the E minus squared over here. Oh, we got to put the wick in there. And it was like full flame, and it was like,
Yeah, and it just miraculously aromatics the room and makes you feel amazing. There's been so many days that I've walked into what is now what they call the lair, and there'll be 6, 7 different candles, which we all know if you walk into these bigger brick and mortar stores, you can't really walk in there without feeling like you're getting smacked by 18 different scents and plastic. I've walked in the house after work and I'm literally walking through and I'm like, are you okay? She said, I'm great, I'm growing.
It's aromatherapy.
It's aromatherapy. And it'll be literally 6 or 7 cents, which for those that have sensitive sensories, it can be overpowering. But with ours, because you're not smelling the syntheticness, it's all 100% pure product.
Yeah, it's just a lighter. It's hard to explain. It's a stronger fragrance hold in the products that we use, but in the scent lasts longer. And we have scents that are less strong and more strong scents, so there's a little bit for everybody.
Correct.
And another thing is that we source all of our materials, packaging and everything from only the U.S. We don't ship in
Correct.
from outside of the U.S. for anything. So all of the coatings on our jars and our containers are all safe for use in the U.S., non-toxic. So
nice.
One of the things that we didn't touch on is the sustainability. So all of our jars are fire rated. All of our jars can be multi-purposed also.
And reuse.
And reused. I
Is that
have
what multi-purpose means?
sometimes.
Gotcha.
There's been various uses for them. A friend of mine said, "Oh my goodness, this is a good idea." She cleaned it out after we spoke about it. She cleaned it out and she puts her makeup brushes in it.
Or you could make a plant out of it.
Yeah,
You can make a plant,
yeah.
yes.
We
See?
actually have some containers that we had a line of last year that were actual planters.
Yes.
And when people were done, yeah, you could.
Yeah, see, I've noticed that already. See, you know I'm paying attention.
Then another friend uses it for the bathroom. She puts these little potpourri scented things and makes it a little bouquet type for her.
Right.
So there's multiple things that you can do that we encourage.
Yeah, y'all gonna see all the designs. Like, yeah, the design and the look is beautiful. Beautiful. It's like I know people when y'all have a display or whatever, which I know can magically edit in here somewhere. But when y'all have a display, I know that gets people's attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cause when I was looking at when you was showing us all, Nikki was here earlier. Hey Nikki, you're so wise, you blow my mind. Hey Nikki, you know. Nikki was here earlier, and as we was going through the smell of the candles, and we were just amazed by the presentation of how the candle is present.
Yes.
So y'all just seeing the boxes right now, but it's as you open the box, there's another gift. You're like, oh wow. And stuff. So now that's one of the things that's very important, because I know when some people, you're independent, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So when you're independent, some people thinking that people be not presenting something that is worthy to be in competition with the things that is not independent.
Correct.
Where that's why it's the other side of things. But that's because it's just like us, we're independent and everything. But if you see the production, like when people sit down with us, they be like, yo, I thought y'all was gonna come with phones and everything. You see those cameras?
Right. That's what we're using.
So that's why it's important that when it comes to building, you can help, like we helping you,
Right.
you helping someone else, and it's a trickling effect, it's a domino effect. So I like them shows when they show you the dominoes, how they all line up when you smack one in there.
Yeah.
They all fall down.
So
Yes.
we all get along. We know talking about it. We talked about it right there.
Yes.
So let's see. We talked about the scents you have. You talked about the material of the candle. So are we lighting one right here?
Yeah, let's go.
Which
Light
one
up.
are we lighting?
Pick one. What do
Is
you
the
wanna
cameras
light?
following us, director?
Let's see. Excuse me, sir. We can
Oh,
go.
yeah, you go.
Let's see. So we have Spellbound.
Well, if you're gonna light it, move it away from me.
No. Obsidian Oasis. We're gonna light the Obsidian Oasis, and we have a Cashmere Kiss.
Like I told y'all. Whoa. See how I said they look? Look at this. Look at that. Look. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, hold up. Did y'all show this one downstairs?
No, you didn't smell that one
Let's
downstairs.
light this up. That smells like a birthday cake.
You sure you don't want that?
Don't light up a birthday cake.
It's not birthday cake. It's not even sweet like that.
Go ahead, light the one you was gonna light. Go ahead, I'm with you.
I don't have nothing you smell no more.
Do the spell down.
Why? What are you
This
talking
one.
about?
Yeah, because you have that one lit downstairs.
I thought,
Or what are you, boho bougie?
Oh, bougie downstairs.
Do spell down.
All right. So this is Spellbound.
You gotta show people how to light the candle, cause y'all told me there's a certain way, there's certain care.
And it's not- and
y'all
it's
didn't
not in
talk
your
about.
hand.
Y'all did. Okay, hold up. Before you light that, sit back down. You
He
can see the
just
candle.
thought of it.
I'll hold the candle. Okay, cause I said we're gonna talk about this too. For the audience that's gonna watch this, talk about how you care for the candle, how you light it.
So you always want to have it on a flat surface that's safe for heat. And you always want to trim your wick, not only the first time you burn a candle, but every time you burn a candle. You always want to trim your wick to 1/4 inch or less. And once you light a candle, you should always let it burn long enough, which is typically for our candles, typically between an hour and a half to 3 hours, to let your wax melt until it gets all the way to the edge of your container. So the entire candle is melted on top. Once that happens, you can blow it out. Now, if you blow it out before then, it's not the end of the world. You'll create what's called a tunnel. Wax has a memory, so once you melt it, if you don't go all the way to the edge of the
Hold up. You're telling me
container,
something that's not alive
has a memory.
has a memory?
Yes. So if you melt the candle and you don't let it burn all the way to melt all the way to the edge of the container, it will stop before that point. You blow it out, it's not going to continue to melt after that. So the next time you go light it, it won't melt past that point. So that's where the memory comes in.
I hope y'all catching all this.
So-
you hearing this?
A lot of people will buy a candle and they go home and they'll burn it, and you get what's called tunneling. So you'll end up with a lot of wax on the side of your jars, and your candle just kind of burns down the middle. And that happens from two things. Either you didn't let it melt correctly all the way to the edge to get your full melt pool, or somebody who created the candle didn't have the correct size wick for the jar and the wax that you're using.
Yeah, because this wick is different from all the other wicks I normally see in a candle.
Yes.
So these are wood crackling wicks?
So these are crackling wood wicks. They're also a little wider than the average wood wick, and they're created that way for the diameter of this jar.
Nice.
And then if you...
Could I eat cereal off that when it's done?
Yes,
Absolutely.
you can actually, because, and I can tell you how to do that, but because it's glass, it's non-porous, so it does not absorb any of the material in it.
Correct.
And if I always tell people, you get to a point in a candle where you can't really burn it anymore. The wick won't stay lit, but there's still wax in the bottom. So if you turn your oven on like about 200 degrees, and you just put it in there for about 20-30 minutes and let that wax melt on the bottom and open your oven door, turn the oven off, your house will smell just like you burned the candle.
Correct.
And when the scent is all gone, because you can do that several times to extend the life of your candle, when it's warm or melted, if you take paper towels and wipe it out with rubbing alcohol, it'll remove the oil residue, and then you just wash it like any other dish, and it's safe to eat out of.
We learned a lot today, huh, boys and girls?
So these wicks are different than this wick. So this wick is a flat crackling wood wick. These are also crackling.
Show them.
But they're not as wide, but they're thicker. And they have a booster strip in them, so they burn a little hotter in the area. And they'll burn all the way to the edge, even though it's not as wide.
So when you light that bowl, that tub, you gotta light all three of them?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens if somebody just want to light the middle one without lighting the other two?
You'll create a tunneling effect.
Okay, and if they just did it on the ends, same thing?
Same thing.
correct.
It'll
Okay.
The end. So
And how would that affect the candle itself?
It really
it-
wouldn't hurt anything. You just wouldn't get as much life out of the candle. It wouldn't burn as long.
Correct.
You said two words in there that
Diminishes the life.
life and memory.
Yes.
Candle. Something that I thought didn't have no. Hold on.
They have life.
Hello. Is it me you looking for? I don't even like pumpkin, and this smells so good. So I want to say this again. If you burn this in the middle, you actually hurting the candle.
Yes.
You burn it on the edge, you're hurting the candle. So what we learned today is candles have life and memory.
They also have layers.
Correct. They have emotions.
No, they don't. They have layers. So candles are not, at least most candles, especially the ones we make, are not single scented. So each candle is comprised of anywhere from 20 to 30 different fragrant oils, and those layers come out differently as the candle burns and the heat warms up the different oils. That heat emits different fragrant profiles that you'll smell throughout the burning of the candle. Not one scent this time and a different scent the next time, but you get those layers in every burn.
And also, all of our botanicals and fruits, they're all
natural.
They're
So
all
those
natural.
are real cinnamon, real star anise, real pumpkin pods.
correct. So again, there's no plastic. It's all authentic, real
Correct.
ingredients.
Botanicals.
Botanicals, thank you. So, which is super important because that carries its fragrance just as well as the wax melts. And as the presentation, you're getting that natural smell instead of synthetics.
Yes.
So now that we know what the candles are made of, we also now know how to care for the candle. We're now going to have a demonstration of how you light the candle. Light them up!
And you're not gonna light that one.
No.
I mean, you can, but you gotta take the string off.
No, so here,
So
We don't have to cut nothing there. That's one's already fine.
So when I make candles, I sell them and distribute them ready to be burned for their first burn. So I trim them already to a length that's safe to burn at, so you don't have to trim it before you burn it.
Okay.
But
Or you don't
every
have to
time,
guess.
every time after you put it out and go to burn the candle again, you should trim your wick to about that height.
Okay.
so we're giving you a guide.
To give you
to-
kind of a guide of what to see, because some people don't really understand what a 1/4 of an inch is, or they may cut it too short, and then they can't really burn the candle because when the wax melts, it will put the flame out. So with the wood wicks, it gives you a different type of flame, and if
Before you
you,
light that. So before you light that, the reason that we're using an electric lighter is for multi-purposes, because most people use big torches, and what that can do sometimes is burn the wax as you're lighting your wicks just as well. So you don't have to, but this is what we do to actually ensure that we're getting a nice, clean, soft burn, which you'll see in a minute.
Well, a lot of people don't have that, because most people, you know what I would have did? I'd have took a lighter, or I would have took some newspaper and burned it.
and you can, in all honesty, you can. It's just a preference thing. So we use these because we have kids in the house, and should one be put on a counter or something and somebody grab it, it has a safety lock.
Yeah.
So you can't do anything while it's off, and it's rechargeable. It's not burning gas or anything else.
Right.
No fuel. It's electric charged.
They could get these from y'all as well, right?
Correct.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we turn this on, and it just gives it an electric charge. And with the wood wicks, you just have to light one corner of it, and the whole wick will catch, and it will spread across that wick and start to melt the wax evenly.
So I could have ate this, right?
Yeah.
Technically.
See the burn, how it,
And so when you're burning the candles, that flame, see how it went down to a small simmer?
Yeah.
You don't want a large flame that moves around a lot, because that's an indicator that it's not a good wick for that candle, that wax type, that oil type, that jar, whatever it may be. You want a slow, small, steady flame.
I was about to go against the care already. I was like, can I pick that up? Put it on a flat surface. And here I am about to put it in my hand.
What it comes down to is you pick it up, you're gonna, if the wax was already like halfway melted and you tilted it, you're just gonna change the melt pool, so you could cause tunneling.
The
Or
melt
you-
pool, so is the wick swimming?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. So you don't want to do that, and you also don't want, if you move the wax, it can literally extinguish the flame. So
you
and you don't
also,
want to spill hot wax.
Well, here, slide that to me, because I want to smell it as it's burned.
so you also want to be careful not to have fans blowing.
You want to see how this burn, King, while we doing this? This is kind of
Hear it?
unique.
Hear it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like an ambiance thing. an aesthetic.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Ooh.
So you want to be careful not to have a lot of moving air in the room just as well, because that's going to move your flame also.
That's very slight, though. To be honest with you, if you were to walk by this table 20 times, it's not going to change the science base of
No.
that candle.
So we got life, science, memory. Come on, keep telling me about this candle. You know what? I'm about to marry you.
She loves you.
She loves you back.
Love me not.
I mean, the name of that candle is Spellbound, to
Spellbound.
be fascinated by.
So you told me to wait a couple of hours before I did that to actually get the scent and the smell and the life of that candle, right?
Correct.
So that scent you'll start to smell that scent after about 30 minutes or so, maybe sooner, depending on the scent. It'll start to fill up the room. So often for like this size candle, an 8-ounce candle, they'll tell you maybe a small room, 8 by 10, 10 by 10, something like that. And you may need 2 of them depending on the candle company or how it was created. That one candle would fill this entire open space.
Correct.
So boys and girls, because we are professional, we already got a candle burning downstairs for you. So we could go see and smell what the candle have done while this one is doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Correct.
So how are we doing this? Let's go.
I can't smell it.
This is the bougie one, right?
That's boho bougie.
And you see how it's burning, how it's level. Come explain this.
So the melted wax is your melt pool, and this has been burning for about 35-40 minutes, and it creates this nice even slow burn. And because of the temperature of the wick, based on the science of how we size the wick, and the melt point of our wax or the oil, it burns much slower than a typical wax or other oils. So you get the longer burn time. So this candle would burn for about 55 to 60 hours.
55 to 60 hours for a candle? I'm just liking the way how it's like leveled off as it looked like a lake.
Yeah, and it will harden back up to a smooth, creamy top versus the pitted, rough surfaces you get with other types of waxes.
Are we keeping this lighted or are we blowing it out?
You letting that burn.
No, you gotta let it
You
burn.
gotta get a full melt.
You have to get a full melt. See, so that's where we were.
So if you look close, the wax is still hard, right up against the jar.
edges.
Yep.
So you want that to melt all the way. You want that to warm up and melt all the way till the liquid is touching the jar.
I understand that, but we're only a 30-minute show.
Well, you don't have to. We can still burn it when the show is over. But go ahead, you want to put it out?
King wanted to smell good. But I just wanted y'all to get what it is that, because again, sometimes a person can take a candle home, like you said earlier, and it doesn't do what it's supposed to be doing.
Correct.
So we showing you exactly what's going to happen with the candles. Yo, I told you we legit show. We doing some great things.
Some candles, you'll buy them and you like the smell in the store, but when you get home, you don't get that, what's called a hot throw. You don't get that fragrance throughout the room. So that comes down to the science of how the fragrance oil and the wax work together with the wick that you choose.
As you walk through the door,
Yeah.
what was your first smell? What was your first initial smell?
It was the smell of what I smelled when I was sitting down, but just in a stronger scent.
In a more dispersed area?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? So, as you come closer to it, slowly, it's gonna give you a different essence of a scent as you get closer and closer.
Will you smell it? Like if you can pick up the different scents. Like you can smell the sweetness with the aroma. The mahogany and the teak wood that's in there, the leather.
So you smell the sweet, and then the leather is trickling.
I just like beautiful scents. I hate odors. So like right now, if that was in the bathroom, I would feel comfortable
Oh yes.
going into the bathroom
Relax. It's
and
soothing.
doing my duty.
Let it go. So that's and if you and it's the I love the wood wicks especially because it's a tranquil. You hear the crackling. It's quiet. It's nice. It's relaxing. So even if you just sat in the room with the lights out,
Right. Most people like to do.
Right. Or you're reading a book.
reading
or whatever, yeah.
a book, you want to decompress. That crackling is just like super. For me, it's very soothing. I enjoy it. So that's all in part of why we go with the scents, the wicks, because it all ties in together. It's a mood establishing barrier.
It's all
I believe.
crafted to flow together.
See, I'm one of these dumb kids that like to want to take the candle and I used to always do that with the candle. Like, oh, look, let me see the wax moving around.
Well, I'm glad you said that because that's what makes our wax different. So, because it melts at a lower melt point than soy wax or paraffin wax or beeswax or any of those other waxes, you can actually correct tunneling in these candles.
Which I am doing right now.
But you see,
Well, hold up. You know how when you put your finger in it and you how do you do that?
In the wax?
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Let me see again. It's oil. It's
Oh,
not wax.
people, did you see that?
It's oil.
Did you see that?
It's not wax. It's oil.
He went from ashy to classy.
And you'll smell just like.
And it smells amazing.
This smell like raindrops. Drop
Now,
top,
ready?
bad and
Look at your
bougie.
two hands side by
see?
side.
I know. They've been doing this all day. This is like, look how shiny it is. So you know how when you normally put your finger into some wax?
get a-
I'm gonna do it so you won't think it was, he's like, nah, that was just that lady's magic. Come on, boom. Look, let me not get my hand. You know how, look, oh, you don't even feel the burn
No,
of
it
the
doesn't
wax.
get that hot.
Right.
No.
Oh, because normally you, but, so yeah, keep your kids away from that. They come in and say, you lied to me. So look, you know how when you normally put your finger in the wax and they it's like
A white coating.
yeah, and then look, oh
He about to throw all his lotion.
no, I'm getting my oil. So you know what you could do before you go out? You could have your candle burning, smelling good. And you could like,
Yeah.
look, see, you didn't even know.
There's no wax.
There's no wax.
There's no wax.
No wax. Look at that.
So you asked what makes our candle different? That's one of the things. You can't do that with a regular candle.
How many candles have you touched? And you just pour your hand
Right,
up.
and it's no, it freezes right
freezes.
there. You gotta take it off.
Right.
And no, actually, it don't even freeze. It just
You can do
gets
that.
solid.
You can do that with this. So if you leave it out, it will get to that white consistency. Let me see here. And you see it hardened.
But it'll still be
It's
lotion.
still oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see you do that with one of your candles. I ain't calling no candles out because we're not here to put down no candles.
No.
We're just trying to show you the difference in candling.
Yes.
All right. So, you know what? Ain't that my candle? No. So we see what just happened here, but we're gonna go back upstairs.
So now to extinguish it, you would, instead of blowing, I recommend, because it's a wood wick, a snuffer. These are called snuffers. And you literally, I'm not gonna do
It
it.
reduces the smoke. So when you blow out a candle, you get a lot of smoke, and you can also push the flame or the wax against the jar.
See? So if I dipped it a little bit further, it would completely put it out with no smoke.
What's that called again?
Sniffer.
A sniffer.
Snuffer.
Snuffer, I'm sorry.
Snuffer.
I'm
Snuffer.
not sniffing. I mean, you're sniffing the candle.
Candle, I snuff you. Boom, boom, candle, I snuff you. Look at that. Look how it sits. Look how
And
that
then see how you
sits.
didn't get all that smoke above the candle. It just, all you're getting is pure scent now.
And y'all see that? Look at that.
And there's no wax inside of.
Look
the
at that. Look at that. Look how I play with that. Look at that. See? Yo, listen. It's my job because people will sit up there saying, nah, that was some magic trick we get for television. Oh, look at that. You see how glossy I am?
But are you greasy?
No, I said glossy.
I know, but you're not greasy. The other thing, because people often think oil means greasy.
So, what we just did is we had a candle burning after we showed you the demonstration of how to light one of these. What's going to happen with it? We actually went downstairs and seen a candle actually being burned for some time now. We showed you how when you put it on my skin or put it on their skin. Look at that. Just made me a little
And it's cold outside right now. It's very cold.
So, what haven't we gone through? We did everything. We talked about the caring of the candle. We show how the candle is being lit. We show how even if a kid was to put their hand in there, so most like if a kid put their hand in there, they're just gonna put the fire out because when they playing around with it,
Yeah,
Correct.
I mean, or they're gonna,
Burn themselves.
yeah.
not really much because once you put your hand in there, it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But if they have a long sleeve shirt, something you could catch.
Obviously, you don't want to play
Right.
with it, but
We-
yeah, no,
we recommend
it's
keeping it out
relatively
of-
safe, but it is still a fire.
Right.
People overestimate that a candle is fire. It is a fire. If you don't take care of the candle correctly, like if you don't use the time limits that are there in trimming the wick, you can cause other things to happen. So if you say burn the candle too long, the flame could get larger and higher, which would make it kind of waver. And if it gets too close to the glass, that changes it from the temperature that it's set to be at, and it can cause the glass to crack.
What scents, what smells?
Well, I'm smelling the one that I had on me.
He likes the one.
No, because listen, it's like I could smell everything. Cause like when she said when you get to the tree, yeah, you
Right.
could smell it and everything. And another thing too, there was some food cooking. You could still smell it through the food and everything. This one is what I like about this. I love about how I like about candles because I like when it melts, and I like to do this. I don't want to put it out. See. That's what I was meaning by if a kid put their hand in there, it's going automatically knock
It's
the
just gonna
fire.
go out, yeah.
No, we good. We coming to a close. We just want to get the people to know. So again, this is Pretty Little Things. We are, hold on, we gotta close out correctly, King. Pretty Little Things. They're their own independent candle. I'll let them describe it. So let the people know what y'all are again.
Pretty Little Things, all natural candles. We have soaps, lotions, reed diffusers, room sprays, body sprays,
Cars.
car air fresheners,
Oils,
oils.
men's oils, women's
Yes.
oils,
Get some
lotions. We have soap scrubs
Yes.
just as well. Pretty much any type of fragrance that you're looking for, and we definitely enjoy doing custom things. If there's something that you want that you don't see, we can get a hold of us, pltllc.org.
Yes, we can
Again.
customize the scents. We can customize colors. We can customize containers. So if somebody didn't want a wood wick but wanted a cotton wick, or they don't want anything that lights at all, we also have wax melts
Yes.
and room sprays and the reed diffuser. So there's a good variety for just about everybody.
And we are also willing to customize baby showers, wedding showers, things like that.
Party
So
favors.
party favors, whatever your heart can think of, we got you.
Say it again where you could be.
We can be found at pltllc.org. That's Pretty Little Things is our website, but the web address is pltllc.org.
And your names are?
Johnell.
And Karen Mack.
And we want to thank you, Beyond the Yarn Production. We'd like to thank you for entrusting us.
Thank you.
We're helping you getting your candles known to this region of the area, even though we know you work with a whole lot of other people. But we just wanted to let the people know, the audience in New York, the audience in Mass, and the audience in Rhode Island, that we're now collabing with this lovely group, and they collabing with us, and we're gonna help each other continue to grow, and even help that organization that they talked
Yes.
about earlier. That
Which is a sense of home.
A sense of
no.
home, yes.
So again, I'm Dante Martin, I'm your host. Keem is behind the camera doing all the editing and everything. And you got this great episode of us showing you how a candle is properly cared for. The scenting, the lighting, how to put it out, the snuffing. You know when we heard that word snuffing, crack a jaw, everything. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed and rewind if you didn't catch all that. that because, again, I had to hear this several times before I could catch all of it. So we thank you again for joining us. Until the next time, salute.